Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not one based on the driver who treats the highway like a racetrack and the shoulder like a passing lane. Why pay a rate based on anyone else? Get one based on you with DriveWise from Allstate.
Not available in Alaska or California, subject to terms and conditions. Rates are determined by several factors, which vary by state. In some states, participation in DriveWise allows Allstate to use your driving data for purposes of rating. While in some states, your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Generally, safer drivers will save with DriveWise. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Getaway Sports Bar, the best-kept secret in town. Open noon to 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Garvin, the owner, created this SEC NFL Dream Bar over 20 years ago. You'll never miss a minute of action. 10 TVs, 5 70-inch TVs for all the big games. Rack them up on 6 pool tables. Coldest beer in town. Grab you a pool stick and get you some good bar grub. 100% Angus burgers, big and moist chicken tenders. Daily happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. with long neck domestics, $2.25. Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dakins all day long. It is a 2 for Tuesday. Got a little special something for you. It's David Cobb, CBSSports.com. We get to talk about Super Tuesday and hoops. Plus, we get to talk college football with him because he covers college football and college basketball for CBSSports.com. And he's going to join us in 2 shakes. But I got to tell you about Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. Head on down there and you can get the best boots in the whole wide world. You like boots? I love boots. You dig them? My buddy Matt got some suede boots from there the other day. 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They also have a ladies' boutique, a children's department. They can dress you and all your friends and family from head to toe. If you can't make it to Goodman Road, just go online to frontierwesternstore.com. It is time to talk with CBSSports.com's #1 superstar reporter. Covers college football and college basketball. He's David Cobb. What up, DC?
What's going on, John? I hope you didn't take my college basketball bets last week because again I think I kind of let you down. I think I've been hovering around 500, which just isn't. It's not great, you know.
Hey, it's okay because guess what? I did have a bad Monday last week, the day before you came on. Had a terrible Tuesday. But don't forget, I get women's basketball throughout the rest of the week. Came all the way back and a little then some, if you know what I'm saying, buddy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I had a good Saturday, too. You need to start. Maybe you should move my hit to Friday because I get the Saturday stuff. I'm pretty good at that. But, yeah, and also in-game. Like, you got to wait for the home favorite to fall behind. And once the home favorite falls behind, then that's your chance to strike.
North Carolina on Saturday over NC State.
My friend, exactly. Hell, last night. How about Baylor?
Good one.
You know what I mean? Are you kidding me? There were so many good ones like that. Also, I do the totals that way. If I'm leaning towards the over, I know in the first 5 minutes of the game it's going to shoot up 5 points no matter what, even if they only score like 13 points in 5 minutes because people are always betting on the over, like, oh, I didn't get it in. I got to get it in each bucket. So it always shoots up if I'm thinking about the under. And then, like, you know, after the second half, you look at the first half, you look at the over and under the second half, same thing happens. They always come out shooting hot. Like 75% of the time they come out, the total shoots back up. And then when you get it real high and it's still a close game, you go under. Like when I've got under 182.5, now it did still get close. It got to I think 179 last night. But man, Texas and Baylor, that thing shot up astronomically. It was 30 points higher than when the opening line.
Well, Texas couldn't miss. I mean, that was one of those things where you can watch that game and be like, okay, there's no way that Texas is going to sustain this level of shooting for the entire game. And then you know Baylor is really good offensively. Now you put a really good offensive team on their home court in a position where they got to come back from a 10-point deficit. You know they're going to get points. So that was it was a good game too. Just kind of put Baylor's capability and potential on full display because they're not one of those teams that gets talked about a whole lot because they're sort of in that second tier of teams that we might think of as national title contenders. But, boy, if you watch them in the second half last night, you know that they are legit.
Dude, they got Ray J. Dennis. You got Nunn doing his thing. You got Walter. They got 3 sick guards running out there doing their things. And again, they're big guys. Like, they're very long. They're athletic. Baylor's a damn good damn good basketball team. I always thought they could only defend in the zone because that's basically what their bread and butter is. But when Texas wasn't missing, they switched up. They went freaking box and one. They went up man. They did everything, and they finally found the adjustments. It took Scott Drew a little bit of time, but they finally found them, and then they dominated.
Yeah, they did. And Jalen Bridges is another dude who's low-key hitting a bunch of shots for them. Like, he had a career high last night. He's one of those guys.
32 points last night.
I could see him on an NBA roster because he's got good size, and he's shooting the 3 ball really well. And he's got enough of a frame and a build and athleticism to project as a pretty good defender. So, like, I'm not saying he's going to get drafted in the first round, but, like, that frame and that shot is...
If you shoot 40% from the 3-point line, you're 6'9", there's a spot for you.
Exactly. So I also felt that way watching Sean Stewart last night at Duke. I don't know if you caught any of the first game.
I caught all that bad boy. That was interesting to me. I felt bad actually for North Carolina State after what happened with North Carolina, and then they came out all fired up against Duke and then got slapped in the face again.
That's a tough 2-game stretch.
That is tough, man.
Yeah, but Sean Stewart was awesome last night. He's been one of the less heralded of Duke's freshmen, and same deal, man. I'm looking at him play. I'm like, man, you are 6'8", 6'9", crazy bounce, just a lot of really good instincts on the court, and it's finally starting to come together for him, too, and he's not a guy you're seeing in any mock draft, and it's like, wow, really? Like, maybe this draft pool is deeper in the NBA this year than we are giving it credit for, because I know it's soft at the top, like, oh, who's going to be the number 1 pick? It's a bunch of international guys maybe that we're looking at up there. You just never know. And then it's like, oh, this draft kind of stinks, but maybe it's actually pretty deep. Like maybe there's not that high-end talent, but if we're looking at a guy like Sean Stewart, a 5-star prospect at Duke, and we're not even seeing him near the first round of a mock draft, like that to me says, like, if you're a Memphis Grizzlies fan, okay, maybe we can get something in the second round even here this year that would be of interest.
Man, that kid from Colorado who's shooting almost 50% from the 3-point line. I mean, the dude's he's a walking bucket. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Cody Williams.
Thank you.
Yeah, freshman, highly touted. His brother's in the NBA, plays for the Thunder, and totally somebody to keep an eye on. I actually mocked him to Memphis recently. I think I did my first mock draft of the year for CBS. And, of course, you know, the Grizzlies have are on track to have a pretty prominent spot in this draft. Mm-hmm. And obviously there's no Victor Wembanyama up there, but there's a lot of wings with really good size. And I'm just kind of thinking, like, all right, what do the Grizzlies even need? Because I turn on a Grizzlies game right now, and it's, like, so convoluted with so many of the star players being out, and they just dealt so many guys at the trade deadline. I've got a hard time even, like, figuring out, like, what the Grizzlies need. But you can never have too many long, athletic wings in the NBA.
That is for sure. And speaking of one of their needs, possibly a center, Kyle Filipowski didn't have a good night at all. Got in foul trouble, didn't play hardly any in the first half after he picked up second foul. Didn't play in the second half after he picked up, the first half after he picked up his second foul, and only had 9 points in the night, yet Duke cruised. They were able to, Burns went off for 27 points, the big boy, but Duke is actually somebody that I got to give a little bit more credit. I haven't been really a believer in the ACC, but they can win in multiple ways.
Yeah, they can. That's big time. When you see a team like that win without their star being among their most productive players, you're seeing that with Duke. You saw it on Saturday night with Tennessee at Alabama. And, yeah, Duke's a team to watch here because they have all the talent they need. Now they're starting to put it together. There's Sean Stewart's coming into his own. Jared McCain's been better than expected. You got the veteran there, the old hat in Jeremy Roach, and Ryan Young's been around the block. So, and then the rest of the freshmen are getting up to speed real quick. So, Duke's a fun team right now. They're hateable for sure, especially with Kyle Filipowski making that miraculous recovery.
After the theater major ran into him.
But like, don't you love it? Like, you gotta have Duke as a villain in college basketball, and it feels like they really haven't been since Mike Krzyzewski retired. So if you got a good Duke team that has that villain status, I feel like that's pretty good. That's something that makes March interesting.
Well, tonight you get to see the other good team in the ACC is North Carolina. They're going to toe it up against Notre Dame. If they win tonight, I believe they win the ACC regular season. That's correct, right?
Well, I think it's going to come down to Tobacco Road on Saturday because I mean Duke could still share it. North Carolina could clinch a share.
Oh, okay.
Tonight.
They can clinch a share tonight. Okay, thank you for correcting me on that.
Yeah.
Because the last game of the year, of course, is in Cameron. So yeah, you might want to win tonight against Notre Dame because the Cameron Crazies are wild and Duke looks really good. My question is, are they going to come out there and absolutely dominate Notre Dame at their house for a little senior day? Is this a do you lay the 15.5?
I think you do because Notre Dame is limited, I'll say. Micah Shrewsbury walked into a bleak situation there after Mike Bray retired, and he's done the best that he could, and he's made them competitive at times, but on the road in the Dean Dome on senior night, I don't see it, man. I don't see it at all. So, I'd go UNC minus 15. Of course, I mean, Notre Dame's been, like I said, they've been playing well. They've been fighting. They've been making the most out of what they got, but they hadn't been on the road in a spot like this in a hot minute. And last time they were, I'm pretty sure they lost by about 20 at Duke. So I think this is a fair time to be on the UNC side of a big number.
Well, I haven't talked with you much about the Tigers this year because, like I talk Tigers all the damn time, and I like to go around the country and learn more about basketball. But I got to bring up the Memphis Tigers after what they did this weekend. Boy, you would have thought I was a schizophrenic with Tourette syndrome during that first half to second half. Like, it was absolutely insane.
I've always thought that, though, John. I just have. Sorry.
Hey, I don't blame
Thank you for your honesty. But, man, it was really bad during that first half. And then into the second half game, like the way they came out, I have to say, I'm back drinking the Kool-Aid. Penny's my hero. I love me some JQ and Jaquan Walton's playing defense, and David Jones is the truth. And Naquan Tomlin, he is that man. I'm also very, I don't know if you know, but I've also basically I've gotten rid of Malcolm Dandridge. I think they're better addition by subtraction without him being in the lineup. Tell me, what do you think about the reality of them going to Boca and beating FAU, and how far can they go in the tournament? Is there a chance they can get in without winning the conference tournament?
I think there's a chance if they win at FAU and then they make the conference tournament championship game and then they play FAU again, maybe that's enough to get them in because Palm still doesn't have them on the bubble right now. He's got about 10 teams ahead of Memphis in the pecking order to get those last 4 spots. But Lunardi has them next 4 out, I believe. So, you're not all that far away. So if you win at FAU, you get that quad 1, and then you win 2 more in the league tournament. Then I think you're sweating it out on Selection Sunday, and you're right there on the brink. So it's possible they could get in without winning the AAC tournament, but you don't want to leave it up to chance, of course. So the way they've been playing, they could go and win the AAC tournament. I don't think that's out of the question, but, man, it's just so hard to predict what's going to happen with these guys. They're so up and down all over the map. I didn't think they were going to get it back together like they have, but it's crazy. I think you're right about Malcolm. It's been addition by subtraction without him out there, and it's kind of allowed Naquan Tomlin to really flourish.
Oh, I love you, David Cobb. That's like I did a whole 30-minute segment about how come they're better without Malcolm, so you just made my damn day. Thank you. I was the first 30 minutes of my Friday. But
and it's weird. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense how Jordan Brown doesn't work out. Then Malcolm seems like he's having, the best stretch of his career. But then Tomlin comes in and it throws the whole thing out of whack. I mean, the front court situation has been, you can kind of pin it all on that if you want to, all the ups and downs. Now maybe they finally figured it out. It's letting Naquan Tomlin cook. And he's looking like, honestly, last 2 games he's looked like their best player. David Jones is obviously still on the team. But the last few games, I would give the MVP.
I would
award
say
to
he's the most important
Naquan
player. I would say he's been the most important player because one, his hustle. I mean, he reminds me of DeAndre Williams, who looks like he cares more than anybody, and that's been infectious. Like Jaquan Walton's out there playing defense like a madman. Like they just look different, and they're playing for each other. And damn it, man, I got my fingers crossed. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I hope they can.
Well, yeah, why not? I mean, look, the last 5 games, I just pulled it up. The last 5 games, Naquan Tomlin has hit at least 1-3. And the thing that makes him different than a Jordan Brown or a Malcolm Dandridge is the athleticism, the ability to stretch the floor, the defensive versatility, all those sorts of things he brings to the table that the other bigs on the roster do not. So it's just taken a while for it to click. And you see it around the country, too. It's not just Memphis, but you got a lot of teams that have transfers that aren't really hitting their stride until later on in the season. And so that's part of it in college basketball right now is you can't totally write the book on a team until the last couple of weeks of the regular season when they get to game 25 or 26 or more, and they finally start to figure it out.
Man, I got to stick in the American and ask you this because this is kind of freaking me out. Like South Florida, I have come, and again, they're in the American, but like I love this basketball team. Like they go out there, they play the right way, they hustle their ass off, they won a bunch. I've been winning money off of them left and freaking right. They're like the only dead gum men's basketball team in the country that's just been so profitable for me. They got Tulane and Tulsa. They're going to win the American, it looks like. But a lot of people are telling me that if they don't win the American, they still have a chance to be left out, even though they're in the top 25, 22-5, and they are going to be the American champs in the regular season.
I think it's ridiculous. I think South Florida is the perfect case study for why we need to reevaluate the net, because the book was written on South Florida
in the first week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, and there's been no way for them to recover that. I mean, they've won 14 in a row. They have the nation's longest active winning streak. And then if you want to go back, I think it's 20 out of 21 in total. This team has won 20 out of its last 21 games, including victories over Florida Atlantic and Memphis. And they're nowhere close to the bubble. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, they deserve to be in the NCAA tournament. They could lose out, and I still feel like they would have a case. They're 15-1 in the league. It shouldn't be held against them that a totally new team with a totally new coach lost a couple of games early on. Or if you want to weight it against them, that's fine, but it shouldn't totally distract or detract from everything they've done since then. So I'm willing to listen when people get on their soapbox about the net, because I think there's some validity to it when you look at a team like South Florida and how they've just been totally handicapped and cut off at the knees because of a couple of bad games early on. I mean, it just seems unfairly skewed against them to me. And part of that's the schedule, too. I mean, they only get Memphis once in the regular season. They only get Florida Atlantic once. Mm-hmm. So they haven't had
But they got them both times.
They sure did, yeah. So, I don't know. I would love to see South Florida in the dance. And who knows, maybe they just go through and win the AAC tournament. I mean, that's certainly possible as well. But, yeah, what a shame that you got a team like that might just get relegated to the NIT.
Now, Gonzaga, for a while, a lot of people were thinking was slipping, and all of a sudden, I watched them win a little money on them. They beat San Francisco, which I don't know why San Francisco didn't play at their own house. They weren't ready for that big arena. And then St. Mary's, they slapped the hell out of St. Mary's. Is Gonzaga back, man?
No. Sorry, I just don't think they are. I watched that team, and I see Graham Ike dominating against St. Mary's in San Francisco. But I'm like, man, I don't know if Graham Ike can dominate like that against a power conference opponent.
A Big 12 SEC, my man will get worked.
Look at these Gonzaga players: Ryan Nembhard, Nolan Hickman, Anton Watson.
Nembhard's only like 6 feet tall. He's a little dude.
They are all so skinny. They are all so small compared to guys who play in the Big 12 and the Big 10 and the SEC. They just look like 18-year-old high schoolers out there. And I understand, Gonzaga probably doesn't have the facilities of some of these power conference programs, but are y'all not feeding them anything? I just don't see a group of players on this Gonzaga team that's going to be physically ready to handle the NCAA tournament. So I'm going to put the hard ceiling on Gonzaga at Sweet 16. There's no chance this Gonzaga team goes any deeper than the Sweet 16.
Tell me the West Coast Conference only gets one team in, because I'm not a believer in St. Mary's, San Francisco, Gonzaga, anybody. I think that's an overrated conference like a mug. I think it's just living on the Zags from the
They're
past.
going to get two in. I mean, St. Mary's and Gonzaga are both going to make it, but, I mean, they certainly shouldn't get any more than that. And then we see it every year. It's like, oh, is St. Mary's going to make a run? They've really not made a NCAA tournament run of any significance under Randy Bennett. Gonzaga has. Like, I would dispute the idea that Gonzaga has struggled in the postseason under Mark Few because, yeah, sure, they've never won a national title, but they've made the Final Four. They've advanced to the Sweet 16 or beyond like 8 out of the last 9 years or something ridiculous. So it's unfair to say Gonzaga has struggled in the NCAA tournament, but I just think from a physicality standpoint, there's something missing from these WCC teams. Once they get to the big dance, it makes it hard for them to go on that 6-game run against a team with elite athletes.
All right, now I know you're going to like this because we're going to talk a little bit about your alma mater. Tennessee is freaking awesome. Like what they've done lately to take down Bruce Pearl and Auburn, then go on the road and knock out Nate Oates in Alabama. Zakai Ziegler, Josiah Jordan James, Santiago Vescovi, Adu, and Dalton Connect. Not only are they awesome, but they have the dopest names in basketball. What can't Tennessee do right now?
I'll give you one more, too, Jemai Meshack. He came up big.
Meshack.
Yeah, it's a good name. Yeah, he was a stud player for them against the Crimson Tide, too, on the defensive end, knocking down a big shot. Yeah, it's all the supporting cast that makes a difference for Tennessee because obviously Dalton Connect is the headliner, but you just saw Tennessee go on the road and get one of the best victories of the season out of anybody in the SEC, winning at Alabama when Dalton Connect didn't even play his best. So to me, that's what makes Tennessee dangerous is when the supporting cast is doing what it's capable of to support him because they've got other good players on that team, but when those other good players recede into the background and aren't making shots and are playing timid, then it just puts too much on Dalton Connect's shoulders, and they would lose a game like that if the supporting cast doesn't play well. So to me, that's the deciding factor in what happens with Tennessee over these next few weeks. It's what do they get from Ziegler and James and Meshack and Adu and those guys? Because when they get a lot from them, they're going to be almost impossible to beat.
Man, can they go tomorrow night? They go to South Carolina, then the last game of the year at home against Kentucky. Can they run through 4 ranked teams to close out the damn season? Auburn, Alabama, South Carolina, and Kentucky?
It's going to be tough. They lost to South Carolina at home. Now you got to go to their place. South Carolina still thinks they can win the league if it wins the last 2 games. So that might just be a kryptonite sort of matchup for Tennessee. We'll see. Going into Columbia is not going to be easy. And then you get Kentucky at home. I think Tennessee can handle that just because they're good enough defensively to maybe hold Kentucky under 100, which not many people have done.
And you can score 100 on Kentucky.
And you can, exactly right. So I think Tennessee's fine at home, but I don't know if I love them on the road against South Carolina because there was a second there where it was like maybe Lamont Paris has run out of magic and maybe the South Carolina thing is just crashing back down to earth. But if you watch them at all the last week or two, man, they've really picked it back up and are looking like a really strong team again.
Big game tonight in the SEC. Florida's at home. They're playing Alabama. Both teams, 20-9 on the season. Alabama's 12-4 in the SEC. Florida 10-6. But Florida's at home. They lost to Tennessee. Are they going to lose 2 in a row, or are they going to go up there and are they going to stop Nate Oates? Because I don't know, man. Nate Oates' team, man, the last 5 minutes, man, they couldn't hit a shot to save their life. You got to give a lot of credit to Tennessee's defense. But damn, if that 3 ain't falling, they ain't balling.
Exactly right. Yeah, I actually like Florida here. I love Florida on some of the futures stuff right now. I mean, they're hovering around 60-1 to win the national title. I'm not saying to put the mortgage on that, but
they rebound.
You got a quarter sitting in your pocket that you don't have a use for. Look at Florida with some of these futures bets because they've really improved a ton in year 2 under Todd Golden. And they've got a lot of really good players. Their guards are awesome. Zion Pullen, Walter Clayton. They're one of the best front courts in the country. They're 3 deep with 7-footers. And then, man, the key for Florida, and this, I believe this, is their wings, Will Richard and Riley Kugel, are hitting shots and playing to their potential. Florida can make the Final Four.
Ooh.
And that's, I guess, probably a hot take, right? But they have the talent, and they're starting to play better. So, who knows? Maybe tonight they go out and lay an egg against the Alabama team coming off of a loss. But I love Florida. I love the direction they're headed, and they're going to be a dark horse team come Selection Sunday.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty. And the first time, by the way, Florida played Alabama, that was an overtime thriller. That was in Tuscaloosa. So down in Gainesville, man, tonight could be a little nasty. I kind of like the Gators laying the 1.5 as well. One other thing, if you're looking at this whole thing, we got Purdue and Illinois tonight on the Peacock, Strong Arm Network. Of course, I got it now. Thank goodness I'll watch it. Who comes out on this one? Illinois surprised me this morning being a 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, so the first thing with Illinois and Purdue on Peacock is you got to open up the app and hope you can actually find the game.
I don't know about annoying.
But like if it's okay, so for instance, you know how they allot 2 hours for college basketball games, but then if it exceeds 2 hours, like you don't know which game is on which channel anymore because it's showing you the next thing or whatever. That's how it is with Peacock. I was trying to turn on a game that had 7 minutes left the other day, and because it was past 2 hours,
it wouldn't show up on your screen so you could download it and watch it.
Man, that is so annoying. Like, we got so much to figure out with this streaming world. And, like, why is this game on Peacock? Anyway, sorry.
I get it. I'm there. Like I said, I went completely off. What was it, a Thursday night football game? No, it was the wild card game.
It was.
Super duper wild card weekend. That's when I had to order the Peacock.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. And now we got all these commercials on there when I'm trying to watch The Office and stuff. But, gosh. Anyway, yeah, I love this game. Love this matchup. Purdue, it's hard to pick against them. But if anybody can hang with them, it's Illinois. So Purdue loses on the road from time to time. That's the only time they lose. Maybe I'm going Illinois tonight.
Laying the 2.5. Last but not least, last question. Zach Edey, Dalton Knecht. Who do you think has a better chance? I think
realistically it should be Zach Edey at the moment, but Dalton Knecht has a shot. Like, it's not a done deal just yet, because if he goes off for 35 against Kentucky or goes off for 30 in the SEC tournament championship game or something like that, I think that's going to get a lot of attention nationally. He's not far behind, but I would have to vote Zach Edey if the season ended today. But let's see how this thing plays out, because I think Dalton Knecht still has a shot.
Man, David, thank you so much for your time. Read his work at CBSSports.com. Follow him on Twitter at David W. Cobb. What you got coming down the pipe?
Oh, man, no shortage of stuff. Look for a newser here in about an hour about Dartmouth. They might be unionizing, which will be a kind of a massive deal in college sports. So we'll have some coverage of that story as it breaks.
Dude, I'll be definitely watching that. I'm going to have to update on it and find out learn about that, because I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, thanks. That's DC. Give him a follow. Take care, brother.
All right, appreciate you.
That is David Cobb. We got to take a quick time out, late for a break. Nope, that's kind of normal. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Top Gun is the largest indoor range in the Mid-South, but size isn't their only difference. Top Gun has the best instructors with over 300 years combined experience and classes all the way from first shot to master marksmanship. Plus, Top Gun is affordable. Gold membership is just $48 a month. That's just $1.60 a day for unlimited range time, free gun rentals with purchase of ammo, and members lounge access. Top Gun, 2770 Witten Road and TopGunMemphis.com. Always shoot with the best. Top Gun Memphis.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better? I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
If you're like most people, you've had your fair share of financial questions. Questions like, can I afford my son's travel hockey team? What if my daughter doesn't get that soccer scholarship? Will I be able to enjoy golf in retirement? At Empower, we know these questions can be stressful. We're here to help answer your what-ifs and empower what's next. Join 18 million Americans and take control of your financial future. Start today at Empower.com. Sponsored by Empower Personal Wealth.
Are you aware? It's patio season. Family Leisure sure is. That's why they have factory direct pricing on swimming pools, spas, and even, yes, patio furniture. Yes, sir, it's indeed patio season. So come by Family Leisure and check out all the brand new 2024 patio furniture sets. And with patio season here, you know that pool season will be here before you even know it. So buy now to get in line for your pool installation and get pre-season pricing. Plus, you could save $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even up to $5,000 on all spas and swim spas. Family Leisure has got special pricing on all in-stock saunas, theater seating, pool tables, and even outdoor kitchens. I love it when it's patio season because of all the fantastic deals that Family Leisure makes available just for you. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. It's a 2 for Tuesday, man. I'm a little fired up today. I got some great stuff today. We got NBA. We haven't even talked about the Grizzlies, by the way. Did you know that?
They won last night.
Man, they didn't just win last night. They balled, man. I had to look up and see Lamar Stevens was. You know?
You're just learning who Lamar Stevens is?
Well, I mean, like, I didn't know he played at Penn State. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he was on the Grizzlies.
You wanted some background.
I needed some info, like, where the hell did he come from?
I see.
But I'll tell you what, things playing pretty good basketball.
A lot of people, including the person that you'll be speaking to this next segment, I believe, think that the Grizzlies should keep him around.
Yeah, somebody said give him a contract now. Sign his ass. Sign him. Sign him. Man, we got a lot of dudes we got to get on this team, man. We got Vince and Gigi, and we got like Lamar. By the way, did you see Luke go off, hit 6 trays yesterday?
Yeah, how about that? It looked good.
Luke.
Really good.
Man, with dropping dimes all over the face. What a sorry loss for the Nets. They're so pathetic.
Well, serves them right. I mean, Memphis should have beat them when they were here. So, get them back when they're up there.
Well, we're going to talk a little Grizzlies. We're going to talk some Tigers with Zach Voigt at 12:30, Dacus. Guess what I got?
Some Hardwood.
I got some great wood today.
Good.
Like, I got some great wood. I got a story about a toe-sucking fundraiser.
Oh.
Disgusting, right?
It is disgusting.
When you find out that it's children sucking the toes, that's when it even gets weirder, and it was in a school. Then there's a scorpion bit a dude on his testicles. That is a damn nightmare. I'm going to have to pull out my lawyer hat on that one. Lawyer Dwayne, if you're listening, baby. Man, make sure you hit us up on the Sissy's Log Cabin listener line at 901-360-8255. Drop a dime if I'm incorrect, or just tell me what they need to do, man, because this is serious. And then I also found my dream job, Dacus. I might be quitting.
Oh, okay. What's your dream job?
I got to get the job first, but I'm in the process of doing my application. I'm just looking it over twice, making sure it's perfect. I will tell you what my dream job is today at 12:30, and I got a chance of getting this thing for real.
Okay, all right.
It is. What do you think my dream job would be?
John, I couldn't even fathom a guess.
What do you think my dream job would be? Hit us up at the Sissy's Log Cabin. Listener and text line 901-360-8255. Again, we got some good wood to 12:30 today. We got some bets at the end of the show. But coming up next, we got Zach Boyd. Time to talk some Grizzlies and Tigers on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Spring is in the air, and so are the savings at Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. Hi, this is Lauren Choate. As we welcome clearer skies and brighter days, it's the perfect time to clear up something else, your home's air quality. Right now, for a limited time only, get a free dryer vent cleaning with every air duct cleaning service. Did you know that cleaning your air ducts can not only improve your home's air quality, but also increase your HVAC system's efficiency? Well, it's not just about efficiency. It's about safety and reducing the risk of dryer fires significantly. With Choate's expert technicians, you can rest assured that your air ducts and dryer vent will be cleaned thoroughly, leaving your home safer and your air fresher. All it takes to breathe easier and save, just one call to Choate's. But hurry, this offer won't last forever. Schedule your air duct cleaning service today. Give us a call at 347-8086 or visit us online, choateshvac.com. Choates, let our family serve your family.
Women here in Memphis are wearing bigger, better quality diamonds and some amazing designer rings thanks to the arrival of Genesis Diamonds. Hey, it's Eric Hasseltine, and Genesis came on the scene here last year and shook up the jewelry world big time with rock-bottom prices on diamonds, a selection that's like 20 times ordinary stores, designer rings you can't find anywhere else, and guarantees and warranties that are the strongest in America. A relaxed, no-pressure, laid-back experience with no commission salespeople. Everybody here is loving what Genesis is doing. Whether you want a lab-grown diamond or a natural diamond, Genesis will easily beat anyone else's price. The owner is a former diamond wholesaler, and Genesis has cornered the market on the world's most acclaimed designer rings. They have all the top 10 designers in the bridal world, thousands of handcrafted rings made by the premier designers. For whatever special occasion you have coming up, don't go to the old-fashioned stores for the same old, same old. Discover the store that's raised the bar in quality, selection, and value. Prepare to be blown away. Genesis Diamonds on Poplar at Perkins Extended.
Something bad has happened to Mom.
Streaming March 14th on Peacock.
Joy Delaney, mother of 4, has gone missing.
From the author of Big Little Lies and 9 Perfect Strangers.
She will come back.
You think we're this, big, happy family?
I have a confession.
Starring Oscar nominee Annette Bening, Sam Neill, Jake Lacey, and Allison Brie.
Secrets will poison any family, and what you don't know can hurt you.
Apples Never Fall. Streaming March 14th, only on Peacock.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Oh, yeah. Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. It's a 2 for Tuesday. You know what that always makes me think of 2 for Tuesday?
When you go to the bar and they do 2 for 1.
Man, dude, how did you know that? You read my mind.
I'm a smart
guy. You couldn't
guy.
figure out my dream job. You didn't even take a guess.
Point.
But you know exactly what I was thinking about. With 2 for 1's always great. But I'll tell you one thing, no matter what time of day it is, early in the morning, late at night, middle of the afternoon, Getaway Sports Bar has the coldest beer in town. That's right, Getaway Sports Bar. They're at 4632 Winchester Road. Head on over there. Coldest beer in town. Not only that, you like a little golden tea? They got you. You like playing darts. They got 2 dartboards. You like playing pool. They got 6 Valley Bar top pool tables. They got TVs everywhere. It's a 24-hour sports bar. It's the best in town. Getaway Sports Bar. Wash all your tears away with some cold beers at Getaway Sports Bar. What's up, Zach Boyd? How you doing, Holmes?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Man, I'm doing really well. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm in a lot better mood today than I was yesterday.
Did something happen to you yesterday, Sean?
Man, I had a hard case of PMS, and I was also sore, and everything hurt in my whole body. So, I was a little bit, I would say I was an ass.
Yeah, I would agree.
Somewhat.
I would agree.
Yeah. Hey, nobody's perfect, especially not me.
Yeah,
all right?
You're right about that.
At least I admit my faults. And I do say I'm sorry. If I didn't say I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You got no problems with me.
But, man, I do need to know. We got, Grizzlies, everybody is in love, and they should be, with Vince Williams Jr. Everybody's in love with Gigi Jackson. Damn should be. And now all of a sudden, I'm hearing there's this gigantic crush on this dude named Lamar Stevens. And let me just tell you something. I heard you have a crush on him too.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me a little something about Lamar. Tell me what it is that you like about him, where he came from, because he's come out of nowhere. And he's now become everybody's fan favorite. Everybody's like, sign him yesterday, sign him today, sign him.
I was ready to sign him after the Pelicans game. I was like, all right, I've seen enough. If he could hold Zion miserable from the field, I seen enough. No, the thing is about Lamar. Lamar, by the way, he's from the Philadelphia area. He went to Penn State.
I had to actually look that up. I had no idea where he played his college ball. He's somebody who didn't stick out. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the guys in the NBA, you're like, oh.
Oh yeah, I recognize him. I remember him in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he was like what they said, a 3-time high school champ or something like that. So he knows how to win ball games when he needs to. Obviously Penn State's not known for their basketball program, but I mean, the fact that you actually carved out the role in the NBA lets me know that you are working hard. And that's what he's doing now. The biggest thing for the Grizzlies is that they got to find guys that can play their role at an elite level. We got too many guys
and know their role, and that's something that seems like Vince Williams Jr. and it's also now Lamar Stevens seem like they know what their role is.
Right. We had too many guys that are trying to figure out their role. He actually knows how to play his role at a high level, and he can defend at multiple positions. So you might see him even last night. You saw him on Nick Claxton for most of the game, so for some of the game, or we saw him his first game of the season with the Grizzlies, where he had the guard Zion. Or then, the next 2 games later, he had the guard Alperen Şengün, and then had the guard Giannis. So it's he is a Swiss Army knife on the defensive end. On the offensive end, he's probably not going to give you a whole lot, but he knows.
But you got enough dudes that can put the ball in the hole that you need him to do, to give you what he's giving you.
Right. And then also he knows how to move the ball. It's not sticking in his not staying in his hands in a sense.
It ain't Tony Allen out there.
I wouldn't. Well, yeah, they had to teach Tony Allen how to swing the ball, but I think with Stevens, his role is very particular, and that's what you kind of like. It's all right, cool. You're 6'7", you just this big strong dude that can move his feet really well. And can you give us a couple points on the offensive end? Cool. We can plug you into this role. Might play some small ball with the lineup, with the Jaren, just to kind of add some more physicality to the lineup. We go in a sub role maybe, and then you just roll the ball out there because at least he's gonna give his effort, and that's something that I've noticed because he played for the Cavs before he got to the Grizzlies. And I noticed that immediately. I was like, man, this Lamar Stevenson dude is playing really well. And when the Cavs didn't bring him back, I was like, I wonder why they didn't bring him back. He plays really good defense. So, fortunate for the Grizzlies, you get the opportunity to try to keep him. And I'll do anything and everything in my power possible to get this guy, to keep this guy on this team.
So, what do you think? I mean, I'm pretty sure this is going to happen.
I hope so. I'm not sure exactly what the plans with the front office, because normally these type of situations they rehabilitate a player's value and then they go and like, all right, cool, go find something, do a sign and trade. He might get like more money than he expected that he's getting, but in this case, I like to keep him. Like having him in a John Conchar role for me makes 100% sense in my mind. Just like you break glass just in case. But you can still play him a few minutes because he's actually like a plus rotation player for you.
Lamar Stevens, gonna be a Grizzly probably, possibly, maybe. Hopeful, at least, in Zach Boyd's mind.
In my mind. Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense.
So what about Jake LaRavia? He actually had a positive run. He was a former first-round pick out of Wake Forest. Is this guy, you ready to get up and get out of him? Or are you into him?
I'm still in a wait and see. Like, LaRavia is kind of in the same boat as Zaire. It's like, because the season has turned out way worse than what everybody
expected.
imagined.
Yeah, man.
It's like, okay, cool. Let these young guys play. Go in here, try to change the mind of the front office, and let's see how it plays out. I just think I'm not a big fan of LaRavia, but I mean, if he wants to go out and ball out the next 20 games and kind of prove a point,
I need you to ball out all 20 games. I mean, I need you to show me.
Literally, like just
don't
go
ever
in.
shoot a three again. How about that, Jay? Like, can we do that? Because, like, I get really agitated with dudes who can't shoot threes.
Not even stand still.
No, don't. Because I don't care if you're wide damn open. Don't shoot it. When what is he shooting? 20% this year, possibly. I mean, it's down there.
But see, the thing is like also like if you go watch his jump shots, like you could tell like he is rushing all of his jump shots. It's like, oh, I got a wide open shot. Let me just take it. It's like, no, like
21.3%.
Yeah, so 21.
Don't shoot the damn three. I know he shot 4 last night. For what?
He made 4 or he
shot him. He doesn't know. If this guy was playing horse,
hit 0.
He hit 0.
Yeah,
like 4. He wouldn't win nothing.
Yeah. I thought he said he made 4 out of it.
No.
Sir.
Made 4.
Double though. How about that?
Thank God he got to the free throw line.
Guess so.
And plus, he's one of a big wing too, so he can get rebounds over small dudes. But
got 6 of his 14 points from the free throw line.
He did what he's supposed to do.
I was gonna say he did grab
points or points.
Points or points.
He did what he's supposed to do, but he's in the same boat with Zaire. I wait and see. I mean, if they get traded, I mean, it is what it is with it at this point.
You can't keep everybody and their grandmother. Where are you at on Trey Jameson?
He can stay on the 2-way.
Yep.
You go get you a veteran big, maybe draft another one. It just depends on like what they do with the other roster spots. But
would you be okay with a Kyle Filipowski in the draft, even though that he got hurt by maybe an engineer or a theater major?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him. Like as long as they have a plan and a role for him, I'm fine with it. I just don't like when people come in. It's like, yeah, he's definitely gonna come in here and he's gonna set the world on fire. And it's like, no, like I don't want him to set the world on fire. I got Ja, I got Dez, and I got Jaren. Like I don't need him to come in here and set.
Don't forget Gigi's growing up,
and Gigi off the bench with Luke, which by the way was a topic.
6 trays, bro.
Which by the way, Brian, that was a topic of conversation over the weekend.
Was it?
What?
Yeah.
Tell me.
No, like so Grizz Twitter, the Twitter Spaces. And
of course, yeah, the X. I
Grizz
call
fan.
it.
And so it got to a spirited debate. Our boy Sean Coleman from Bluff City Media, and like one of the other fans, they were arguing whether to get rid of Luke to go get someone else. And like Sean was just kind of arguing, making a point like, hey, like I understand like getting rid of him because of the number. I get it. But offensively, like in the last calendar year or so, having Luke Kennard on the floor has pushed the Grizzlies up into the top 15 in the NBA in offense in the playoffs. So especially, and that's going into the playoffs. And so Sean's point is like, why don't we just keep Luke and just keep everybody else and like not have to deal with absolutes and like, well, we need to keep one or the other. Like, no, let's just keep everyone.
I like a guy who can shoot 45% from the 3-point line.
But I do agree. I do agree in the point that the fan made. Like you would like for him to take more shots because he's shooting 40%.
Yeah.
Like you would like for him to kind of get it, like to kind of be more aggressive.
Actually play aggressive like he did yesterday.
Right. Which actually kind of like triggered something in my mind. What Tyronn Lue said about Luke after the trade deadline when he got traded, because he was like, nah, man, like we like Luke, everything like him, he's professional. We we were just we wanted him to kind of do a little bit more, be a little bit more aggressive with his shot, and that kind of really stuck in my mind the most because that came from Tyronn Lue. And Tyronn Lue knew he had a 40% shooter coming off the bench, so he's like, hey man, I get it. We're playing with Kawhi, you're playing with Paul George. I understand that, but hey, we need you to be a little bit more aggressive and go after your shot a little bit more. Which, in this case last night against the Nets, that you kind of saw that. I think he made 5 threes last night. So
he made 6 threes last night.
Oh wow, 6?
Yeah,
Holy
I'm pretty
cow.
sure, man.
Yes, 5. Yeah, 6.
And I
threes.
think when it comes to all-time Grizzlies, for having 5 or more 3-pointers in a game, he's up there.
He was 6 for 9.
Yeah, he's up there
shooting 46% from 3.
I think he's one of the dudes that's had the most ever. Period.
Yeah. So you just, I would love to keep Luke if you could get him to decline his option and keep him for another 3 more years at a reasonable contract. Because right now the Supermax is in the 50s right now, and at some point in the last 5 years, the Supermax was 20 to 30. So if you get him around $10 million just to be a sniper off the bench, I take it, and not have to worry about shooting. You have him and Dez, and then you possibly add a GG, and you possibly add another really good 3-point shooter in Vince Williams. Why not keep it? And then you just kind of work around the margins. Obviously, the center position is the biggest one, and you would like to kind of
address it in the draft, or you can go out there and package a deal.
Right. And to be honest with you, I think they're better off just making a trade and drafting rather than just going and signing one, because it's going to be hard pressed because teams got more money than the Grizzlies to sign.
They do. Man, been talking a lot of Grizzlies. We are going to to little bit of
City's
Tigers.
Team.
But before
the City's team.
we get
put
off.
some respect, John, on the City's team.
I got nothing but respect
Put
for
some
this
respect
team. I
on
love
How
this
could you
damn
not?
team. I like it. I love it. I love going down there and partying with the Grizzlies, especially when I'm in the MGM tent. I mean, the suite. Ooh, buddy. I love that place. Shout out. What's up, man? What's up with my MGM rep? What's up, Colin? Grizzlies. They're doing great.
Yes.
But, man, last night I got to ask you something, man. Bucks beat up on the Clippers, and they did it without Giannis. Dame Lillard went off for 41. And, yeah, the Clippers are really good, and everybody keeps telling me the Clippers are really good. But as of late, when they play a good team, like they lost to the Timberwolves, when I feel they played the Cavs, they lost to the Cavs, man, are you a believer in this Clippers team?
No.
Me neither.
No. I have never been because they don't invest in the big man.
Anybody in the Pacific is real. I don't believe in Phoenix. I think Sacramento, they don't play enough defense.
But they're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch, but Phoenix, by the way, they're so flawed. I mean, KD can't ever win outside of Golden State.
Yeah. I mean, out of all those teams, it's the Lakers. The
Lakers are
Lakers
the
and
best
clutch
team, and they're going to come in on the play-in.
Lakers in clutch situations are really
crazy.
Good. I like Sacramento more than I like the Clippers, because the Clippers they're a fun regular season team.
I'm more scared of the Lakers than any of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they do still have that dude, LeBron James, by the way, who got to 40,000 freaking points.
Yeah. So, the machine's still working, man.
Dude, I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Still clicking.
Damn machine. He is a machine.
Yeah.
Now, we got to talk a little Tigers, because what happened?
Oh, City's team, Bryant.
Bruh.
John Penny was wearing
insane.
a shirt on senior day on the court while the seniors were coming out that said the City's team, and under it said Memphis basketball. But in big letters, it said the City's team.
Well,
if you don't
that's my
believe
man,
now,
Penny.
listen.
How could you not?
If you don't believe now, you better start believing.
And Zach, I mean, all those
Here we
doubters.
go.
We tried to tell the
We
doubters
tried to,
early
man.
in the year, this is the City's team,
This
and
is-
this is
this
why
is
we
the
stood
true
by
City's
them
team,
all
man.
year long, despite the losses.
This is the true Cities team.
And the team hating each other.
We bleed blue over here. Man.
They don't anymore. Once we got rid of Malcolm, it's called addition by subtraction. When you cut out that cancer, it's amazing how the body can heal.
Bingo, John. You got it.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. Not gonna lie. They had us in the first half though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay, hold on.
I was getting ready to one of my mental days. Like, all right, like look, we're just gonna click it off.
I was screaming how I'm not going to work on Monday. I'm not going.
My buddy wanted to leave at halftime.
I was getting close. Then Quinley went on that 5-0 stretch to close out that first half. And I'm like, okay, I'll stick to see what the second half.
We'll see how they start the second half. A couple minutes in the second half, see what happens.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's tied. I mean,
like a 46-9 run. What in the world are we talking about here?
Insane.
What are we talking about? What is going on?
That is wild. Are they going to be able to go down to Boca and take care of FAU?
I would like for them to take care of FAU.
I think they can, man. I think they can. I love what their game plan. Take FAU out of their game plan, play through Vlad Golden, slow things down through the pace. I think Tomlin can stop him. Yeah, let him.
What did Jaden say? What did David Jones said when Malcolm and Jaden was talking about FAU? And like they went through like the whole.
I didn't see this.
No, like Penny, like at the beginning of before the game, Penny showed a video of last year's FAU Memphis game. Like cut the clips and the highlights.
That's right.
Like literally ball his life type of highlight clips and everything.
Fired up.
And I think like Jaden and Malcolm said like they're not like that. They're not. It was something like I gotta find a quote.
That's
Somebody.
Great.
But they said yeah, no, we could beat them. They're not like that or something like that. And then that's kind of how they got the win at home. I'm hoping the same thing, on Saturday. Go ahead, take care of FAU. You not only get the season series against them, but also you get 3 spots.
Keep Ashton on the bench, and the Tigers got a damn good chance.
You get the 3rd spot. Because to my knowledge, fellas, I don't know if you guys know this. Tigers got a chance to get 2 spots in
How about
the conference.
How about that, Zach?
After all of the shenanigans that's been going on this entire the back half of the season, they still have an opportunity to get the 2 seed in the conference.
They absolutely could.
And so all it takes is a Charlotte loss and another
they got to beat FAU.
They got to beat FAU.
Got to lose.
Charlotte's got to lose, and that's you got the 2 seed in the conference.
I'll let y'all cheer against Charlotte.
You're you like the Fighting Biff Pogies.
I'm a closeted Charlotte.
I'm just saying, man. Like if you truly support the city's team,
that's good.
Charlotte's
point,
lost 3 in a row, by the way.
They have Memphis broke them.
If you truly
city's team broke them.
If you truly support the city's team, Brian,
that's a good point.
You're pulling for Charlotte to lose.
It's fair. You're right. I'm against Charlotte.
No.
49ers. What even is a 49er?
Sticking in the American though, because tonight South Florida plays Tulane, and by the way, remember Tulane beat Memphis. Y'all remember that? Kind of started it a little.
I do. Yeah.
Tulane is terrible.
Oh, they're terrible.
Terrible.
I just don't know how in the world we lost.
I don't either. But South Florida tonight at home.
I don't get it.
They're only a 7.5 point favorite. They should win this game by double digits easy, shouldn't they?
South Florida at home?
South Florida's at
home.
home.
Yeah. The Bulls at home against, a sorry Tulane team.
Yeah.
This is senior day.
Ooh, it is senior day. I didn't think about that.
Man, I think they come out there, bro. My man, the coach, Sharif Abdul-Rahim's brother, what's his name? Damn it, help me out. Amir. Why can't I remember?
You said it, and then you second-guessed yourself.
I second-guessed myself. Second-guessed myself.
Sharif's brother, Amir. What's his name?
Dude, that guy, I love him. I'm telling you, he's going to have those kids fired up, man. Senior day is going to be off the hook for South Florida, so I'm going to lay them points and take that bad boy. All right, we got to get out of here because I need you to do me a favor and listen to this. This is going to be awesome.
Okay.
So on the other side, I'm doing my favorite segment, Hardwood.
All right. Of course. Who doesn't like Hardwood?
Right. I got a crazy story about a toe-sucking fundraiser.
Whoa. Hold on.
Disgusting,
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa.
Yeah. I also got a story about a scorpion biting a man's testicles. Yeah, buddy.
Wait, a scorpion biting?
He bit a man's testicles.
I thought scorpions stung.
Whatever. All I know is it hurt his testicles. I wrote the word bite because I think of insect bites, but it's a scorpion.
Scorpion, I don't know if they can bite, but if they can, wow, what a triple threat. You got the claws that Zach just mentioned. You could pinch. You could bite. You also got the stinger in the back.
Put it this way.
All the venom.
They put triple a number on his testes, okay?
Interesting.
A bad scorpion. Scorpions are a lot smaller than I thought, by the way.
No, they absolutely are.
And on the other side, I'm going to tell you all my dream job. If I get this job, man, Zach, I might be having to bounce, bro. But I can't tell you what it is. You got to listen to Hardwood on the other side. Everybody, make sure you're listening from 7 to 11 to Zach Boyd. Follow him at Rack City Zach and listen to him every single Wednesday right here at 12 o'clock back in Two Shakes.
Tuesday.
What is today?
Tuesday.
Did I say Wednesday?
You said Wednesday.
Because I'm always looking ahead, baby.
That's right.
Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is, when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Hey everyone, it's Joe Montana. Spreading the word about pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can be life-threatening. If you're 65 or older like me, you're at increased risk. So, what's the game plan? A strong defense. Pneumococcal pneumonia can strike at any time in any season, so you shouldn't wait to help protect yourself. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about vaccination today and learn more at knowpneumonia.com. That's KNOW pneumonia.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is hard to believe, but the Hyundai Santa Fe is actually better. I know, that's crazy, isn't it? The 2024 Santa Fe is new, top to bottom, and even better than before. It's almost as big as the Palisade, so roomy, and now it's got a standard third row. Everybody's clamoring for that. And it's the best SUV when it comes to the ride than ever before. You know how with SUVs you love it because you're sitting high, but you don't get that luxury kind of ride like a sedan? You do with the 2024 Santa Fe. It's the best riding SUV ever, and it's quiet. It's the ultimate family car. All you've got to do to be sold is to test drive it. The people at Homer Skelton Hyundai are saying, come try it. You'll love it. Homer Skelton Hyundai, right at the corner of Highway 78 and Craft Road. First exit in Mississippi. Go see the ultimate SUV, the 2024 Santa Fe.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South sports station.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bones.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long. Big thanks to Zach Boyd on the other side. We talked Grizzlies. We talked, of course, Tigers, the city's team. We talked earlier with David Cobb, by the way, CBSSports.com. We talked all things college basketball. Great slate of games on tonight. We're going to give you our bets on the other side of this break at the end of the show. But we're about to do a little Hardwood where it just feels so good. And it's brought to you by the best spirit in the world, Tito's Handmade Vodka. It's crafted and distilled in the United States because it's good old US of A vodka. It's 6 times distilled in classic copper pots. Gives it a very unique flavor. It's slightly sweet with a black pepper note. It balances everything out. You're crafting a cocktail. You're drinking it neat. You're making martinis. You're making shooters. Whatever you're doing, it is the spirit to get. When you go to your local liquor store, you can get the best spirit around. It's about $33.99 for the Fat Boy handle. And let's not forget, Tito's is vodka for dog lovers. I love dogs. I love my dogs. If you love dogs, Tito Beverage, man, he does more for dogs. He's got like 600 dogs, bro, that are all rescues. By the way, also, Tito's is 100% gluten-free because it's made from corn. I'm telling you, if life hands you lemons, you don't stress, you don't freak out, you don't fret. You just make a lemon drop. Always make sure it's with the best Tito's Handmade Vodka. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Ho! Are you ready to hear what's going on, man?
I'm ready. I've been waiting ever since you brought it up 30 minutes ago.
I don't even know where to start. Where do you want me to start?
John, hard to pick. Just start wherever you want to start.
Do you want me to start at the beginning?
If that's where you want to start, go for it.
All right, I'm going to start at the beginning. I'm going to tell you about my dream job. I'm not going to tell you where this job is. If you go and try to get it, just know you will not get it because I'm applying for this job, and I'm going to get this damn job. This is the greatest job in history of the world. Its pay is $70,420 a year. Do you understand? It says $70,420 a year. That should give you a hint as to what type of job it is. Do you get the hint?
70,000.
Do you know what 420 is? It's not just April 20th. It's not just a time of day.
I'm lost. I think there was a book that was called The 420 Man, but I'm not positive.
Dude, it means it's time to smoke weed, brah.
Oh.
It's 420, man. It's 420. It's time to smoke some weed, brah, because you know we ain't working till 5 o'clock when we weed smokers.
I see.
We're cutting the day off at 420.
I see.
So it's about smoking marijuana. Now, this is what the job entails. They're going to give you a year's supply of weed. They're going to update you every single week. And what you're going to do is write about it on social media. They're going to send you tubes, cones, blunts, all kinds of innovative pre-rolled products. It is basically called the Ultimate Stoner's Dream Job. Again, they're also going to send you to all the pot festivals all over the country. You're going to be a part of the best cannabis industry marketing corporation in the world, bro. And I'm excited about this. I think this is my future. Do you think I got a chance of winning this sucker?
John, in terms of everybody I know,
I loved, dude, I'm telling you, bro, I think I was born to do this.
I think out of everybody I've ever met in my entire life, I think you have the best shot of anybody I've ever come into contact with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me,
You're
Dacus.
welcome.
Makes me feel special. Well, of course, they're going to announce who is the new winner of the Stoner Dream job. I'm not giving too much information out because I don't want you a-holes to go out there and try to, steal my thunder. I'm just telling you about.
We actually had some text messages. People were spot on what your dream job is.
Were they really?
Herbal rating scale. I'll give them a pass. Close enough. Lettuce inspector. I mean, literally spot on. Someone said owning a liquor store. Close. I mean, people were right on it.
Man, I just want to say I love y'all. Thank y'all for knowing me.
I figured your dream job would have something to do with women and a camera.
Well, some people have more than one dream.
I guess so.
People can have two dreams.
I guess so.
Whatever you do, don't limit your dream. Limit your dreams. Dream big, son.
That's right.
Dream big. So hopefully I'm going to get that. Y'all be praying for me, and thank you for hitting me up at the Sissy's Log Cabin listener line at 901-360-8255. Now, this next story is not easy if you're if you're of weak stomach. Hardened herbal rating scale. I think that is something genius.
Maybe file it away in the back of your head, keep it for later.
I love this. So the next story is a little bit painful. Now, have you ever been out to Vegas?
I have not.
You've not been to Vegas yet?
I have not.
Hoo-wee. Vegas is a lot of fun. I would tell you one of the best places in Vegas to go to is the Chicken Coop. Addison Gray, I give her 2 thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? High. 2 high thumbs up. If I had a third thumb, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving it up. But I only got 2. Now, this man did not have the same experience that I had when I was in Vegas. So this gentleman, he goes and stays at the Venetian. Nice hotel, right? Are you there?
Yeah, I guess. I've never been. I've never heard of this
You've
place.
never been to Vegas, so you don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, this poor man goes out there, and he's just trying to live his life. You know what I'm saying? He's just doing like whatever you do in Vegas. And my man gets back to the hotel room late, crawls up in the bed, and then let's just say around 8 o'clock in the morning, nobody gets up at 8 o'clock in the morning in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people go to bed at 8 o'clock.
A lot of people go to bed, or you're still up from the night before. Like the people you see at 8 o'clock in the morning either work there and live there, or they're still partying from the night before.
They usually have the same clothes on either way.
Yes, correct. Now, this gentleman gets back to his hotel room, crawls in the bed. Again, he's at the Venetian in Las Vegas. That's the one, the fountains and all that cute stuff.
Okay.
So he gets woke, and I'm not talking about by a lady knocking on the door going, room service. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Is a scorpion.
Huh.
He said it felt like a sharp glass or knife.
I don't like the story.
Bit me on my testicles. He said the pain was so bad. He jumped up, ran in the bathroom, flipped on the light. That's when he noticed a scorpion.
I don't like it.
In his underwear.
I don't like the story.
Okay?
I don't like
He throws it down. He takes a picture of the scorpion. He goes to the hospital because, again, a scorpion stung him on his testicles in his bed. This is just a hard story, right?
Yeah, I don't like the story at all.
All right, so you know how like in Vegas, like when you have a bad experience, they comp you really well usually, right?
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, like they take care of you. So I'm thinking, my guy gets done at the hospital. They save his testicles. He goes back.
God bless that hospital.
He lets the Venetian, he hands them his medical bills. And it's basically like, hey, can you at least take care of, my hospital stay?
Right.
Scorpion bit me on my junk in your hotel.
Right.
And the Venetian said, oh my God. Everybody said that they were shocked and they couldn't believe it. And he was like, the management came to his room and, they didn't ask about anything or, refute him or anything. They were like, he's like thinking that they're going to take care of him. Well, he goes to check out. It's still full price.
Huh.
They didn't even take anything off his room.
Really?
My man.
So what did they do for him? They didn't do
anything. Then he asked
for him?
about the bills, about his medical bills. And they said, I'm sorry, I don't know how the scorpion got in your room. Let me just tell you something.
You think he walked it in there?
I don't think a scorpion, I don't know how it got in there. And I know the Venetian can sit there and say, hey, man, sorry you had a bad... No. I didn't lose money. my burger wasn't like I didn't ask for it to be medium and it was overcooked.
Right.
My steak or my burger was undercooked or whatever. Like, no. A scorpion bit me on my junk, brah.
Uh-huh.
You better not make me pay for my room, and you better pick up my medical bills. That's my junk, brah. And it's a scorpion. So I'm going to tell you right now, hire a lawyer, son. Call lawyer Dwayne. He's a regular to the show. I guarantee you this guy's going to get you some money. And the guy wasn't looking to sue them or do anything. Mm-hmm. He just was like, hey, can you take care of my medical bills and pick up my room? Because, a scorpion did bite me on my sack. Mm-hmm. And let me just tell you another thing. Nobody makes this story up and also has the medical bills to prove it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Come on, Venetian. What are you doing? I feel like this is just a travesty. It reminds me of something. I was once given a great piece of advice. And you know what that advice was?
If you got a scorpion in your pants, wear it.
Nope. If you're having a bad day, just remember, life is like a wiener.
Oh.
It gets hard sometimes for no reason. But don't worry, it won't last forever.
Huh. It's great advice.
Great advice.
Man.
Especially after talking about a scorpion biting a poor man's
well,
sack.
I thank you, John, because now I have a new fear. And I don't know if I'll ever be going to Vegas.
Dude, I don't think a lot of people, I don't think this is like a 1 in a million, bro.
Yeah, I have.
Like, on the negative side. Like, some people are like, I won the lottery.
Right.
This guy got his testes bit by a scorpion.
Yeah, won the scorpion lottery.
Bro, man, I just have a feeling like that's just terrible. Oh, okay. There is a elementary school in Oklahoma. Did you hear about this one?
No. I know. I've seen videos. I think 2 teachers, separate incidents, got arrested for being drunk at school while teaching at a Oklahoma elementary school.
No,
but 2 completely different schools.
Not different. Man, let me just tell you something. Maybe they need to go out there and hey, I think they need a little AA in their life.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you're going to school drunk to teach kids, I think you do need AA.
Call Bill W. and Dr. Bob and get a 12-step in.
Interesting.
Bill W. and Dr. Bob are the one who wrote the AA book.
Really?
That's right.
Wow. Sounds like you.
What's the first step, bro?
Don't be in denial. You've got a problem.
You got to admit you're powerless and something. Man, look up that first step because that's something about I think you're powerless and you can't control alcohol.
First step in
AA. This is y'all's first step. If any of y'all are struggling with this stuff, bro, go out there and get a little help.
Wow, it seems like some people don't like the 12 steps because it says non-12-step rehab. How about that? First step in AA.
Well, you know what it is? I hate to say this. There's just a lot of people out there who don't believe in quitting.
And
they say rehab's for quitters.
I see.
And I just want to say, no, listen, I love the go-get-it attitude. Finish what you start.
Right.
But it's different when it comes to addiction with the bottle or pharmaceuticals or whatever.
First step in AA states, quote, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives have become unmanageable.
Dude, I'm good at this, bro.
Got it.
I'm telling ya. I had to do a little 12-stepping, court ordered. And I learned a lot.
That's great. Hey, as long as you learn.
Look positive
that's
on
great.
anything. If you're going to go learn something, learn it. And I learned that there's a Deer Creek High School that's in a little bit of trouble. So they were doing a good thing at first, okay? So here's what they're doing. There's a little bitty coffee shop, okay? And they employ intellectual and developmental older and younger folks with basically physical and mental disabilities. In fact, I don't know if you know, but Madonna Learning Center here in Memphis, wonderful little place. My mom is the director over there. They have a coffee shop and a little toffee bar, whatever. They do wonderful work in the community, and always the product's great. Heck, I get a lot of my food from Madonna because they do this food that you can buy. It's all done and ready for you, and you take it home, throw it in the oven, bing, bang, boom, and it's delicious. The buffalo dip is fire. I wasn't talking about Madonna, but I love the Madonna Learning Center.
Right.
But this high school is going to raise money for this coffee shop. Again, that is to help all these people, okay? So that they can have, work and purpose and all kinds of wonderful things. But they went about it in a really weird way. So, the fundraiser, by the way, you can't argue with the results. They raised $152,830.38. Yes, you heard me right. $152,000 for Joe for Not Your Average Joe's Coffee. How do you think they raised all that money?
A lot of people, they'll do like the either car wash or like a bake sale where they'll like make like cookies and stuff like that and sell those. Those are probably my two top guesses, John.
Well, no, they didn't do it like that. This is disgusting. They had students suck on the toes at the fundraiser. Like, there's people sitting down and there's like kids on the ground sucking toes, bro.
There's no way this is true.
Look it up.
I'm looking it up.
Go to the Oklahoman. It's oklahoman.com. Check it out, bro. Tell me I'm not crazy. Like, look at this. I just don't understand what's going on. Like number one, like, gross. Like, I am not Rex Ryan.
Absolutely gross.
Like, Rex Ryan would probably like something like that. Like, but he's an adult. He can get down and suck a toe if he wants to. He's a full-grown man.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, every person wants to do something positive in your community, right? Like, I want to do positive stuff in the community. I love helping people out. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And if you're a young person and they're like, hey, man, we're raising a bunch of money. Oh, this is awesome. But here's what you got to do. You got to suck these people's toes. They're going to give, like, $300 towards the fundraiser, but you suck their toes. What? I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? I'd be like, what, Willis? Wait, what is it? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
Okay, interesting.
Oh, yeah, you finally found it? How does he not? This was on my Twitter feed.
No, I was reading the story about it. Okay, so what happened, what I'm understanding it happened, is this was part of a, like, week-long fundraising week at the elementary school. And
correct.
Before I say this, I do not want it to think that I'm defending.
It sounds like you're defending toe licking.
So what this sounds like, the story from one of the local news channels.
Whoever puts up the most money gets their toes sucked by the most kids. Disgusting.
So they ended up having like a what do you call it when when everyone comes together in the gym and you have a pep rally. And so you had a pep rally to like raise more money or whatever.
Did you eat some of my cookies this morning?
No, I just couldn't think of the word pep rally. Good Lord. I couldn't think of the word captions yesterday. And so they put peanut butter on these people's toes. And the students were supposed to, it was like a challenge or whatever. Like, who could lick the most peanut butter
off of somebody's nasty
toes. And supposedly the students volunteered.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, let's just have some toe licking going on. This is great. Hey, you adults, whoever puts up the most money for the fundraiser, you get to put your toe and get it sucked off by a child. That sounds perverted and disgusting.
I don't know who these people are.
And ridiculous.
I would guess.
But it's for change. I mean, but they did raise like I'm kind of conflicted because I feel like this is like really, really just terrible.
It seems.
Can we just do a better fundraiser?
It's just gross.
Like, why can't we just like, if we're gonna be like, man. I mean, like, if there's a bunch of OnlyFans models who wanted to go out there and do some stuff for charity, I'd support them. Free paywall for a day. But you got to donate.
They did raise $152,000.
That's what I said. I said that earlier. They raised $152,000.
Like I said, I've been trying to read this story about what is going on because this is wild. Huh?
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Like, could you imagine going to school one day and they're like, "Yes, we need volunteers to. We're gonna do a fundraiser, and I don't know if you know this, but kid, this is for a great cause. We're gonna raise some money for Not Your Average Joe's Coffee Shop. We just need somebody out there to suck the winner's toes." We're going to put a little peanut butter on their feet, and you just go eat away, buddy.
It's just nasty.
Nasty. We got to take a quick time out because, man, I think I just killed everybody's appetite. I'm sorry. I know it's lunchtime. We're back in 2 shakes with our bets, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Something bad has happened to Mom.
Streaming March 14th on Peacock.
Joy Delaney, mother of 4, has gone missing.
From the author of Big Little Lies and 9 Perfect Strangers.
She will come back.
You think we're this, big, happy family?
I have a confession.
Starring Oscar nominee Annette Bening, Sam Neill, Jake Lacey, and Allison Brie.
Secrets will poison any family, and what you don't know can hurt you.
Apples Never Fall. Streaming March 14th, only on Peacock.
Progressive presents advice on new teen drivers.
You know, the hardest part about teaching your teen to drive is the chafing from the seatbelt. But the best part is the grip strength you build in your knuckles. Okay, now let's pull out of the driveway.
Here's another tip. Offset a chunk of the cost of adding a teen to your insurance with Progressive's Teen Driver Discount and get a break from the brake. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
You watch sports. You listen to sports. Now let's talk sports. Are you a huge sports fan with always something to say but only a few listeners? Well, not anymore, because Sports 56 is opening the airwaves overnight. From 12 midnight till 6 a.m. for people like you to talk sports during your own 1-hour radio talk show on Sports After Dark. That means for 1 hour, you can tell us what's really on your mind regarding sports. Your favorite sports team, your favorite player, discuss pre-games, post-games, all games. Let's talk. Orientation is required. Interested applicants must contact the podcast center at gmail.com or call 901-468-3097. That's the podcast center at gmail.com or 901-468-3097. Amateur and professional talk show hosts encouraged to apply.
Required orientation is Saturday, March 9th, or you can take it online.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with Brian Dacus, and I'm excited because we have a huge slate of basketball games. And I'm telling you right now, hopefully you've been listening to me, when you're watching basketball, in-game betting, live betting is the way to go. Totals, sides, everything. I think it's better. Sometimes, though, I like to put a little bit of money on one side before the game, knowing the other side's going to shoot. And the next thing you know, I got like a 7-point where it lands in between them 7 points. I can't lose, but, man, I could win big. Sometimes that's fun to do, too. Tonight I'm looking at a crazy line. Did you see the total on the Alabama-Florida game?
Yeah, it's like, 177.5 or something like that?
176.5 currently. And let me tell you something. I think that thing's going over.
Oh, wow.
I actually do. I mean, this is, Alabama's pace is absolutely crazy. They shoot the three like it's going out of style. Both teams are very effective with their regular field goal percentage, both over 55% from the field. That's ridiculous. I think it's going to be a lot of scoring. Plus, I think Florida's going to get a whole lot of rebounds and second chance points down on the block. I'd like the over. I'm telling you, Florida this year, when they played a game with a total over 165, the over has gotten there 3 times. So all 3 times it's gone over when they had a total listed at least 165. Tonight it's 175.5. And I like the Gator Boys. Nate Oates' team's coming off a loss to Tennessee. Florida's team's coming off a loss to South Carolina. I think Florida at home tonight gets right. It looks easy taking Bama plus 1.5, ranked 16 in the country. Not so fast, my friend. We're going Florida Gators to win, and we're going over the total of 176. I hope everybody had a wonderful day. Again, big thanks to David Cobb. We talked a lot of college basketball today. We talked with Zach Boyd. We got in on them Grizzlies. Me and Brian Dacus had a lot of fun. I think Hardwood was great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you got My Dream Job, story about a scorpion and a man's testicles. And also, don't forget, again, a fundraiser. Good intentions. Just the follow through wasn't all that good because people were like sucking toes. Oh, it was a weird Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday for Dacus. I'm Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
Are you aware? It's patio season. Family leisure sure is. That's why they have factory direct pricing.